All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory due unto Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rekah Kadash. It's all praises who the world calls God and Jesus Christ. The true names in the Hebrew is Yahweh for the Heavenly Father, and Yahushai for his beloved Son. I also want to say double honors to elders and apostles of Great Millstone for preaching this word, teaching brothers how to move in this truth, telling things that are going to come to pass soon, and, helping build us up. And a sincere peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, because you're going to need blessings from the Heavenly Father in these days to come, because it goes into the lesson we're going to go into is the Lord is about to send his reapers, The Lord is going to send his reapers to go through his fields, man. And I'm going to get right into it, man. This is Revelations, the 14th chapter. I'm going to start at Matthew's. This is Matthew's 13. And start at 24. It says, another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man that sowed good seed in his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up, and brought forth fruit, then appeared also the tares also. So the servant of the household came and said unto him, Sir, didst not thou sow good seed in thy field? Whence then hath it tares? He said unto them, an enemy had done this. And who's the enemy? Is the enemy is the so-called white man in these other nations, because it tells you in the book of Psalms, the 83rd chapter, that thy enemies have consulted against thy hidden ones. The hidden ones are the Israelites, And they've consulted to cut us off from being a nation of people anymore. And it says, he said unto them, verse 28, he said unto them, an enemy had done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, nay, least while ye gather up the tares, you root up the wheat also. You root up also the wheat with them. Let both of them grow until the harvest. And in the time of harvest, I will say to the reapers, gather ye together first the tares, and bind them in bundles, and burn them with fire, but gather the wheat into my barn. And this is a parable, which the word parable basically goes back to a dark saying. It's like another way of saying something in a simpler way, comparing it to something, comparing a dark saying or something spiritual to something that has a carnal aspect to it, like husbandry in a field, being a farmer. Now, if you jump down to the 36th verse, then Yahushua sent the multitude away and went into the house, and his disciples came unto him and saying, declare unto us the parable of the tares of the field. And this is going to explain it to you. It says, he answered and said unto them, he that soweth good seed is the Son of Man. And it's not only the Son of Man, which is talking about Yahushua. It's also talking about the men that he sent out here to preach his word in his absence. Because like the scriptures say, and much more in his absence have we preached the gospel. Have we obeyed his word? It says, verse 38, the field is the world. Going back to that parable where he sowed the seed in the field. The good seed are the children of the kingdom, which are going to be the Israelites, because the scriptures tell you that only Israel will be saved. In the kingdom of heaven is going to be a kingdom for Israel. You can see that in the book of Romans, the 9th chapter, where it says, who pertaineth the adoption, the promises, and the kingdom, So the kingdom is consistent of the Israelites. You can read that even further in the book of Revelation, where it says that there's going to be 12,000 saved out of each tribe, 12,000, and it lists all the tribes. So it says, The field is the world, the good seed are the children of the kingdom, but the tares are the children of the wicked. And the children of the wicked, and I'll just grab that real quick. It's in Malachi 1:4. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, and Edom is the biblical identity of who people in the world call today Caucasians or self-proclaimed white people. It says, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. They shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh hath indignation forever. So that's who are the children of the wicked, or the Edomites, you know, who go back to their forefather Esau. It says, but the tares are the children of the wicked one. And it even goes even further, because in the book of in the same book of Matthew, it tells you that the Lord compared the wicked of the nation of Israel. He told them that ye are the father, the devil, this deceiver, which Edom is the deceiver. So they were following after the same footsteps. Now it says, verse 39, the enemy that soweth them is the devil. So when you're sowing seed, meaning when you're talking about people and sowing seed, it means, you know, you're having sex, because the seed comes out of a man. So out of a bloodline, there's somebody who came between the midst of the children of Israel and sowed their seed and brought up tares, you know, people that were meant for destruction. It says, the enemy that sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the world, and the reapers are the angels. As therefore the tares are gathered and burned in the fire, the wicked are burned in the fire, so it shall be in the end of this world. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, which is Yahushua, talking about Yahushua. You know, that's another title for him in the scriptures. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, which 2/3 of the nation of Israel are offending, because they're not coming under the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father. Esau is offending, because he's never come under the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. And these other nations, because they cannot serve the Heavenly Father, they're all offending. They've all come against the nation of Israel. It tells you that in the book of Maccabees, what nation had not gotten over spoils, you know. It says, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all things that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire. There should be wailing and gnashing of teeth. And this is talking about the end of the world, because the Lord said in the beginning, he said he will no longer destroy the world by water, but by fire. So that fire is talking about thermonuclear missiles, because the Lord created the smith to blow the coals. The scientist would be the smith that blow the coals, because they split the atom to make these big weapons, man. The scriptures tell you the Lord has a glittering spear. That glittering spear goes back to the nuclear missiles. Now it says, then the righteous shall shine forth as the sun. Then the righteous shall shine forth as the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. You know, and this is the time we're coming down to, man, because pretty soon the Lord is going to send his reapers, the angels, you know, to reap down these fields. And the field is the world, you know, and we're going to go a little even deeper than that, because this is Revelations, the 14th chapter, the 14th verse. It says, and I looked, and behold, a white cloud, and upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, which is talking about Yahushua, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And a sickle is a cutting instrument for the field. It says, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest is ripe. You know? So the Lord is telling the angel, thrust in your sickle, man, and reap, meaning thrust in your sickle and kill. Because when the Lord sends his angels out, man, a lot of people are going to die. I'm going to get this quick one. This is 2nd Ezra 4 and 31. It says, ponder now by thyself, how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed had brought forth. It says, and when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they fill? You know? So ponder for yourself, man. How great of wickedness the evil seed, the so-called white man's sown in the world, and when the harvest is ripe and the angels come to thrust in their sickle and reap up the ears of corn that's without number, because there's so many people in the world, how great a floor shall they fill? They said, you know, the field is the world. So that threshing floor is gonna be somewhere where all the dead bodies are gonna lie up. If you go in the book of Revelation, 2nd Ezra, let me get this real quick. 2nd Ezra 9 and 22, it says, let the multitude perish then, which was born in vain, and let my grape be kept in my plant, for with great labor have I made it perfect. So the Most High is telling you, you know, there's going to be a lot of people that die, man. So when the Lord makes his harvest ready to reap, these angels are going to get busy out here, man. A lot of people are going to die. And that's going into the harvest and the reaping of the Heavenly Father. Now, verse 15, and another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle on the earth, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had a sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth. You know, because we read in 2nd Ezra 9 and 22, I believe that was, where it said, and let my grape be kept, the grapes are grown in vines. It says, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for the grapes are fully ripe. And the angel thrust in the sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle, by the space of 1,600 furlongs, man. So there's a multitude of slain when the Lord came to the earth. It says, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, you know. So, you know, this is going into the harvest and the sickle, the threshing in the sickle of the Most High when he sends the reapers. And this, and I'm going to keep going in this lesson. This is going to be Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51 and 30. It says, a mighty man, O Babylon, have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holds. Their might have failed. They became as women. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. One post shall run to meet another, and one messenger shall meet another, to shew the king of Babylon that his city is taken at one end. You know, and that's what's going to happen in these days to come, man, because this is going to be the beginning of the threshing of the Heavenly Father. This is when the Most High is going to make a separation, man, between his sheep and his goats. The goats are going into the other nations and the undesirables, and the sheep is that chief sacrifice, which would be the Israelites. Now, I'm going to keep reading on this. It says, verse 32. It says, "In the passages are stopped, in the reeds they have burned with fire, and the men of war are affrighted." You know, this going into the destruction. "For thus said Yahweh of hosts, the power of Israel, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. The mother of harlots, the daughter of Babylon." It says, the daughter of Babylon is like a threshing floor. It is time to thresh her. Yet a little while, and the time of her harvest shall come. And we just read that the harvest is in the world, you know. So it is time to thresh her, meaning it's time for the Lord to get busy on this place. Verse 34, it says, Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, had devoured me. He had cursed me. He had made me an empty vessel. He had swallowed me up like a dragon. He had filled his belly with my delicates. He had cast me out. The violence done to me and to my flesh be upon Babylon. Shall the inhabitants of Zion say, you know, and this is what we're going to say, man. Because in these times, man, we're going to catch so much hell, man. We're all going to be putting curses on this place, man. It says, my blood be upon the inhabitants of Chaldea, shall Jerusalem say. You know, we're going to all be putting all these curses on Babylon in this day, man. You know, and we're already doing it now, man. But we're going to be in the bitterness, in the full bitterness of our soul. You know, because we're going to be catching hell. It says, verse 34, thus said Yahweh, behold, I will plead thy cause and take vengeance for thee. And I will dry up her seas and make her springs dry. And Babylon should become heaps, a dwelling place of dragons, and astonishment and a hissing without an inhabitant. You know, and that's all going into the threshing, the day the Most High is going to reap this place, man. And I'm going to read these last two precepts I got. Kind of a little bit of meaty ones, man. This is in Matthew 6:30. It says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass of the field, which today is, and that grass is going in the book of Peter's, so you understand what it is. The book of 1 Peter's 1:24. It says, for all flesh is as grass. So the grass, which is clothed, because of course the Lord's not going to put no goddamn t-shirt on some goddamn grass. You know, it's parabolic speak. So in Peter's first chapter, 24th verse, it says, for all flesh is as grass. So people, you know, all living things are grass, man. For all flesh is as grass, and all the glory of man as the flower of grass. The grass withereth, and the flower thereof falleth away, but the word of Yahweh endureth forever. And this is the word which by the gospel is preached unto you. You know, so back in Matthew 6, I'm gonna get the rest of this. It says, wherefore, if the Most High so clothe the grass, which that grass is talking about flesh people, which today is and tomorrow is cast into the oven, meaning that destruction, shall he not much more clothe you, O ye of little faith? You know, so when the Most High starts to send his reapers and starts to thresh and fill his threshing floor up, a lot of people are gonna die, man. And that's happening at the end of this kingdom, man. It says the day of doom is the end of this kingdom, man. So Lord willing, this is edifying. You know, this is your brother Tazabah again in Arizona, man. Lord willing, this is edifying, and brothers got what they need out of this. I want to say, Ka halal, Yahweh Bashim Al Shai, Bashim Rakar Kadash, double honors to elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Shalom.